Alright, let's look at the second lick. As before, I'm going to take it up and down the neck and then move it up and down the strings as well. So here it is. Let's take this lick one bit at a time. It consists of the same sequence, as you can hear, that repeats itself across the strings. So let's begin down here. To make it easy, the same place as last time. The 8th, the 10th and the 12th fret on the B string, and the 8th, the 12th, the 10th and the 12th fret on the E string. And the lick goes like this. We're starting in the 9th fret. The same basic pattern as before, the 9th, the 10th, the 12th fret on both strings, the B and the E string. And you start by playing the 6 notes all the way up. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Alternate picking all the way, starting with a downstroke. And when you reach this one, the highest note, you go right back to your first finger on the E string. Right away. Might want to practice that. And you go right back again to your pinky. Might want to get that in. And when you reach that note, you just go right back again, 6 notes to the first note here. So it sounds like this. Try to get that melody in your head. So once you have that down, let's look at the run here. I began before. On the low E string and the 7th fret, I have a pattern here that goes 7th fret, 8th fret and 10th fret on both of the bottom strings here. And I'm going to play my pattern there the first time, but instead of going down, I'm going to go up here. I'm going to stop there and then move 2 notes up instead. So previously I went all the way down again. Now I'm going to move up as soon as I hit this note. So if you can get this pattern in your head. Because this allows me to move to the middle 2 strings and play the same pattern. Right here. And I have a pattern here that says 7th fret, a 9th fret and 10th fret on the both 2 middle strings, a D and G string. And I play the same pattern here. Instead of going down, I go up. And then I come to the original pattern that I was playing before. So it goes. And slowly. We got it all now. And as you know, we've already established a way to loop this lick. So you can go, when you hit the top 2 strings, you can keep it there by repeating the pattern. And we can also take it the other way down. And you do this simply by, again, viewing the fretboard or the strings on the fretboard as 3 sets of 2 strings. So first you want to play the pattern up here, and then go down, of course. So this is the pattern, the first one we had. And then you want to reach the middle 2 strings. This pattern we have here, so you just go down there by following the scale. And then you're down and can play your pattern once again. So it goes slowly. So now we have a way to go both up and down the strings, and a good way to practice this is to have fun with it. Instead of only playing it up or only playing it down, see if you can, at some point or at the level that you're on, speed-wise, can move it up or down. But there's a nice way that you can utilize new licks and turn them into something different simply by mirroring them or reversing them. So if I'm playing, how would that look if I reversed it completely and started on a top note instead of a bottom note? It would sound like this. Let's get this pattern into your fingers also. I'm going to start up here because I'm going to put it with the other one in a second. So you begin with your pinky in the 13th fret, your 3rd finger in the 12th fret, and your 1st finger in the 10th fret on the high E string. And then you play the exact same frets on the B string. So you have this pattern here. So you go 6 notes down, and when you reach this point, you play that note with your pinky, and back to the first one again. And then you just go all the way up again. So 6 notes up. So it's let me play it slowly so you can get the melody in your head. And we can put that with the previous lick. And And instead of just shifting between the two patterns, I can go up or down the neck. So that's an extremely useful lick. You might want to focus on really getting the left hand right, because it can be a bit tricky, but it's a really good exercise to expand the possibilities of the amount of combinations you're able to make with your left hand. So let's take this new lick, this reversed lick, and take it through the strings. And again, look upon the fretboard or the strings as 3 sets of 2 strings. So we want to move from the top 2 strings through this new pattern. And we're going to do the exact same thing as before, only reversed. So instead of returning to the top note, I'm going to go right back again here. So this is the lick that you want to practice. And then you continue down 6 notes. And this is the 12th. We're on the G string here, on the 12th, the 10th and the 9th fret, and the same frets on the D string. And you just play those 6 notes all the way down. Down, up, down, up, down, up. And so you play the same pattern on the middle 2 strings. The 12th, the 10th, and the 9th fret on both strings. And the same lick on the bottom 2 strings, the 12th, the 10th, and the 8th fret on both strings. And you might want to end in the 7th fret there. The picking for this is of course quite simple, because it's the same always. You start this lick with a downstroke, and when that's said, everything from there should be self-evident. It's just down, up, down, up, down, up. So you start every new set of strings, every new little lick with a downstroke. Down, 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 down. What I haven't told you is that you can actually break this lick even further down, but it tends to be a bit more difficult for the left hand to do it. And this turns this lick into a 1-string lick. So instead of going, I stay now on the E string and just play the simply begin on the 8th fret, and that's the whole lick. So it's the 8th, the 12th, and then the 10th, and then right back up again. And this is quite a cool lick, because now you can rest on 1 string instead of having to go through 2 strings. But if you reverse that lick, you get a very well-known lick that I'm sure you've heard before. It sounds like this. I picked this lick up originally from Paul Gilbert, who picked it up from Yngwie Malmsteen, so it should be out there. But actually, all of what I've shown you right now pertaining to this came from this one lick, because I thought, why not? It's a cool lick. Why not reverse it into and see how it sounds? So this lick becomes this lick. So you can put these two together and play it up on one string, and it will sound something like this. And of course, because it's a one-string lick, you might think, oh my god, that is so simple. This is not an advanced alternate picking lick, but because of the left hand, it really is. The picking, of course, is quite simple. Let me play the whole thing very slow. We're in the key of A minor. I'm beginning on the 4th fret on the E string. And I'm beginning with our first little lick. And then when I hit this note, I move it up, I slide it up. And play the old Yngwie thing again. And then I slide this finger up, one position, following the A minor scale, playing the first pattern again, so I'm shifting in between the two patterns all the time. So, in the first pattern, and the second pattern, all the way up. And when I go the other way down again, I'm just doing the exact same thing, only I'm not moving up, I'm moving down every time I shift position. So you might want to start up here in the 17th fret, playing the A minor scale. So this is the first pattern. And I'm going to move that down and play second pattern. Actually, when I get down here, I'm changing the scale from a natural minor to a harmonic minor to get that leading note onto the A minor.